Hey, I'm so glad you're here. I have a tutorial for you today. That is how I do my everyday sun-kissed makeup and how I get my hair to look like this. I don't know how many of my TikTok followers are also subscribed to me on YouTube, but I recently had one of my TikTok followers asking me to show my everyday makeup routine. So I thought it would be a fun video to make for you guys to just take you through my whole makeup routine and then also show you guys how I get my hair to look like this too, because I also had someone ask me on TikTok that as well. We are going to go straight into the routine, so let's get started. For my makeup routine, the first step is always my eyes, and all I use is the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner and the Great Lash Lots of Lashes mascara. So we're gonna put that on first. I always start with liquid eyeliner first and then I go in with the mascara. So we're gonna do the liquid eyeliner first. I just finished the liquid eyeliner. This is what it looks like. And now I'm gonna go in with the Great Lash mascara. And this is what it looks like after I put on both the liquid eyeliner and the mascara. Sometimes I just leave it at my eyes if I'm running late or I'm not doing anything crazy that day, because whenever I put my eye makeup on, I just feel so much more like myself and alive and more confident. This next step I don't always do, but I love to do it, and that's adding in the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy drops. This is great, especially in the winter, because whenever I get pale, the bronzy drops just kind of give me a little bit of a sun-kissed glow. So we're gonna go in with that, and I'm pairing it with this Biossance, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but this Biossance Repair Cream. First I put the cream on and then I add the Drunk Elephant drop, and I'm running kind of low, which is why I haven't been using this recently, but I love them so much, so I'm gonna include them in this. This step makes me look crazy, but it really does give a great tanned foundation. So now I just rub it in with my hands. I also feel like my face is always naturally paler than the rest of my body, so when I do this, it just makes my face match the rest of my body. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that just instantly made my face look tanner, and I just love the way it looks. Now I'm gonna give it a few minutes to dry because the cream does stay dewy for a couple minutes. Still drying. Okay, so now that we have our little sun-kissed foundation down, I'm going to cover pimples with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I use the shade 25 Medium. I don't always do this step because I don't always have pimples, but right now, as you can see, I have a few, so we're just gonna cover those up with this concealer. And for this step, I just use this tiny little makeup brush to kind of dab the concealer over my pimples. Concealer always amazes me because if the pimple isn't too raised and textured, when you put the concealer over it, it's practically like putting an eraser on your pimple. It's crazy. It just blends it into the rest of your face. I love it. I also always have a little bit of redness on my chin, so I like to put a little bit of concealer on my chin. Now that the concealer is done, a lot of the times in the morning I'll wake up and I'll have really heavy bags under my eyes. So if that's the case that specific day, I'll add some CoverGirl lighter concealer under my eyes. I put on the tiniest bit because this stuff is so pigmented. And for this, I'll use a beauty blender. I have to clean this so badly. It isn't the most dramatic difference, but it's a subtle one that kind of just brightens the face. Okay, so now that we're done with the foundation of my face and my skin looks a little smoother and more blended, we are going to move on to blush, which is one of my personal favorite parts of my entire makeup routine. For blush, I was recently gifted by my friend Stacy, shout out to you Stacy, the Rare Beauty blush in Joy. This is the powder blush and I am so in love with this. This honestly might be my favorite makeup product that I have ever received. It just looks so good. We're gonna put on the Rare Beauty blush now. This is what it looks like. So cute. You guys will see how insanely pigmented this is just from 2 taps. 1, 2. Look at that. Look at that pigmentation. That's insane. I sometimes don't even do 2 taps because it is so pigmented. This is without, this is with the blush. And that's just 2 taps. So now we're gonna do the other side. The next step is we're going to use the Rare Beauty highlight. This one is actually a liquid highlighter, but I really do love it. I've had it for quite some time, and again, it's so pigmented that you barely have to use any of it. And this is the shade Mesmerize. As you can see, I put one singular dot on the spots where I want it to show, and that is all that's needed. This has lasted me so long. Now we're gonna blend that in. Do you see how shimmery it is? I love it so much. I love the way the blush and the highlight and the deep bronzy all come together to just give me this really sun-kissed looking glow. I think it looks so good and it looks like I'm on vacation. Now that we're done with my basic makeup, I'm going to go in with some lip liner, which is something that I recently added to my makeup routine. I don't wear this on a day-to-day basis, but when I do, I love the way it looks. I just use the Sephora branded lip liner, and I use the color Hot Sauce, which is quite literally never in stock whenever I try and get a new one. So hopefully I can find it soon. I love the lip liner. I love it so much. I can't believe I never used lip liner before this year. I've also found that this Marajuka Juicy Lip from Tarte complements my lip liner so well. So we're gonna go in with this, and what color is this? Does it say? I don't think it says a color, but it's just the basic lip plump in pink. I always feel so much more confident when I put lip liner on, even though I don't do it every day. I just love the way it looks. And lastly, I just bought the Laura Mercier setting spray, so we're gonna use that today because I've been trying to use it more often so my makeup doesn't come off. As you can see, I'm not used to applying setting spray. We're just gonna let that dry a little bit. Drying part 2. I look like I just got water dumped on my head. Okay, now that our little sun-kissed everyday makeup is done, we're gonna move on to the curly blowout. To do this, I use the Shark Flex Style and the curl add-ons. Something I really love about these curlers is it says left and right, so there's very little room for error. Whenever I curl hair with a curling wand, I'm always confused which direction to go in, and I always end up messing up a few pieces, so this one just does it for you. Take our hair out. Because the pieces offer the left and right side, we're gonna do first the left, then the right. So I'm just gonna take this segment on the right and clip it out of the way. So we're gonna look a little crazy for a minute. And we don't want to burn off our hair, so we're going to be using the High Temp Heat Protectant from Aussie Hair. A goal of mine for 2025 is to protect my hair. Bless you, Mufasa. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the left side. We're gonna use the left curler, and all you do is you take it and it snaps right into place. One thing about the Shark is it's so loud, and I feel like I'm going to have hearing loss from using this, so I really need to get earplugs or something if I'm gonna be using this more often. I just finished the first half of my hair just to give you an idea of what the curls will look like. But now we are going to switch to the right side. So you just take the little lock if you have the Shark, take it out, and again, you just click it right in and it's ready to go. And of course we're gonna take that out. Now that we have a nice little brushed out frizz ball, let's get started. I just finished blowing out my hair, and as you can see, the Shark Flex Style just gives the most beautiful curl blowout. I can't believe that I haven't been using this more consistently previously to probably about 2 weeks ago, because my hair has never looked better. Before I finish up, I'm going to add some Moroccan oil to my hair because my natural hair is very curly and frizzy and dry, so my hair just loves some oil. Also, this is a hack to making your hair smell absolutely delicious. This is too much. I'm gonna put it in my hair anyway, but this is just an example of too much oil. You really don't need that much. You need very little. I cannot stress how good the Moroccan oil smells. Truly. It smells like you just freshly left the hair salon. That is the end of my everyday sun-kissed makeup and blowout curl tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know only only one person asked me for this tutorial on my TikTok. But hey, maybe there are more people that will click on this video and suddenly be interested. That is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and stick around, subscribe so we can hang out together more often. I'm so glad you're here today, and I will see you guys next video. Bye!